Hi guys, today's notes are over 5-4, analyzing graphs of polynomial functions. Make sure you pause the video if you need to. So first thing is to locate zeros of a function given a table. So when you're given a table of values, zeros would be when the f of x is equal to 0. Since we don't see any zeros here, it doesn't mean that there aren't any. It might mean that it just crossed through 0 without it being a point on my graph. So looking here, if it went from -29 to -7 and then to +1, we know that right here it crossed through 0 because it switched from a negative to a positive. Now these values are all positive and then we switch again to a negative, so right in between here must be another 0. So now we're at a negative and then we switch immediately to a positive. So right here there had to have been another 0. And then we're positive for the rest of the time. So there are at least 3 zeros here. So 3. Maximum and minimum points. If you look at this graph here, point A is a relative maximum. It's not the absolute maximum because this arrow does go all the way up to infinity. And this arrow goes all the way down to infinity. So point B is only a relative minimum. A graph can have multiple relative minimums and maximums, and they're also called extrema, and they're also called turning points. So extrema or turning points. The number of turning points is at most the degree -1. So let's say, let me make a polynomial function here. Let's say f of x is equal to 5x Okay, let's say this is my polynomial function. So if we wanted to figure out the number of turning points for here, I would take my degree, which this is written way out of order. So the degree is 5. If I subtract 1, that would be 4 turning points. And it has at most 4. It has at most 4. It could have less than that. It could have 3, 2, or 1, but at most it would have 4. The minimum degree is the number of turning points plus 1. So let me draw some random graph here. Here we go. So I'll count all the turning points. So every valley is a local minimum. Every hill, every top of the hill is the local maximum. So right here, this valley, that is a local minimum. Here we have a local maximum. Here we have a local minimum. Here we have a local maximum. So as you can see, there's multiple extrema. There's multiple turning points. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I add 1. So it's a degree of 5 at least. And I say at least because it could be more than 5, but it also, since the arrows are facing in opposite directions, you know that the degree is odd, so it could be a 5 degree at minimum. It can't be a 3 and it can't be a 1, but it could be a 7th degree, a 9th degree, an 11th degree. This could even be a 15th degree, as long as it is odd and it is greater or equal to 5. Last thing is multiplicity of roots. So there are what we call multiplicity of graphs. If you look to the graph here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. if the graph goes straight through the x-axis, which this does not go straight through. This point does not go straight through. It just bounces. This one does go straight through. So if it goes straight through, we call that a multiplicity of 1. If it curves through, like this one does, see how it gets slower, it curves and then goes to here, that has a multiplicity of 3. And then if it bounces back, it doesn't cross through, it just bounces back, it has a multiplicity of 2. So that's the multiplicity of all of these graphs. All of these points, sorry. So this root right here is at -1. -1 has a multiplicity of 3. This one is at 1. 1 has a multiplicity of 2. And 2 has a multiplicity of 1. And this is x equals, when x equals -1, when x equals 1, and when x equals 2. So now we're going to write that polynomial in standard form given those roots. So we said that first one is x equals -1 with a multiplicity of 3. That means I'm going to write the root x plus 1 would be my factor, and I would write that root 3 times. The next one was x equals 1 with the multiplicity of 2. So I'm going to multiply this times x minus 1 with the multiplicity of 2. And then the last one was x equals 2, so x minus 2 would be the factor. And that only has a multiplicity of 1. So f of x is equal to this here. Now this is not standard form, this is factored form because these are 3 factors for this polynomial graph. But I'm going to let you go ahead and leave it in factored form. So this would be the polynomial function. And if you count the exponents 3, 2, and then here there's a 1, then that's 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is at least a 6. This is a 6th degree polynomial here at least. Also take a look at the endpoint. So this one is going up, this one's going up, so it is an even degree polynomial. And then since the right side is going up, this is the leading coefficient needs to be positive, which it is. So leading coefficient, also check for that. Okay, right here, if you want to pause the video and try this one. So for this graph here, we have a root at -4 and a root at -2. So -4 has a multiplicity of just 1 because it goes straight through. -2 has a multiplicity of 2, excuse me, because it bounces off that root. It doesn't go straight through it. It bounces off. So it has a multiplicity of 2. And then also looking at here, the right side is going down, so that means the leading coefficient is negative. So I put a negative in the front, x plus 4 is only written once, and then x plus 2 is squared. And then that would be my function. Okay, that is 5-4, analyzing polynomial functions.